What's going on, guys? This is Real Deal Fantasy HQ with your boy LQ, and we're here for episode 3. Today we're going to be talking about two guys I think had a really strong start to the preseason, two rookies, and we're going to talk about more so how they did, not really any fantasy value or their ADP or any of the such. We're just going to talk about two guys that caught my eye that I think need to be talked about and covered. So let's get right into the episode. So, this first guy we're going to be talking about is Sam Darnold, the USC prospect, now plays for the Jets. He had a pretty impressive preseason game against the Falcons. He was 13 for 18, 96 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So the rookie looked good. He's currently third in the QB rotation right now behind Teddy Bridgewater and Josh McCown. It'll be hard to believe that he'll be the week 1 starter for the Jets, being that the Jets named Josh McCown as a starter. It'll be hard to believe that in a short period of time that he will jump up in the QB rankings in their eyes. He has been getting a lot of first team reps during training camp, so it looks like the Jets are going to work him into being that starter in the near future or maybe later in the season, but I don't think they want to rush him to have the same future as the rest of the QBs that they had. He's been getting a lot of first team reps with the team in training camp, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the Jets are preparing him for week 1. It looks like they're looking more long term with Sam Darnold. So with them looking long term, you got to look at their recent quarterbacks they had. They had Ryan Fitzpatrick, had that one good year in 2015. Then they had dumpster fire Geno Smith and Mark Sanchez. So the Jets haven't had really good luck with quarterbacks. So I'm sure they will probably want to take their time with Sam, being that he was the better talent out of the Bryce Pettys, the Christian Hackenbergs, and so on. As far as the game, he looked pretty good. He didn't look too, lightheaded out there, deer in headlights, not looking like he had control of the game. But he had a pretty good start and pretty impressive start, I would say, that Todd Bowles definitely took notice to him. So it does appear that the Jets have time to work on Sam Darnold to be that franchise quarterback, being that he has 2 veterans to look after to be the understudy for Teddy Bridgewater and Josh McCown. So the Jets do have time to develop him to be that quarterback. I'm pretty sure the Jets are in a win now mode, being that 5-11 they went last year doesn't cut it. So I'm sure Todd Bowles would love to get back to that 10-6 season in 2015 that he had with Ryan Fitzpatrick. So if the Jets do take their time with Sam Darnold, he could be something really special for that organization, because he definitely stands out from the Bryce Pettys and the Christian Hackenberg and Geno Smith. So I'm hoping that they do play their cards right with him. Let him develop, let him learn, let him get experience, let him get the reps, and let him just grow and continue showing growth in that QB position. With Brady on the back end of his career, being on his way out, fighting time with New England, and Belichick almost on the end also, because I'm pretty sure Belichick and Brady are going to retire together. It looks like the future is very bright for the Jets if they develop Sam Darnold to be the guy that they want him to be. I can honestly see the Jets bringing in more pieces for Sam Darnold through the next couple of years, for him to be that guy and for the Jets to take that division, because it is theirs. They are on top of the Bills. They're on top of the Dolphins. So with Brady going out of New England, that only opens the door for more opportunities for them to become that 2015 season 10-6, even though they finished behind the Patriots that year. Only time will tell how Sam will do for the rest of these preseason games. I'm sure he'll still be impressive as he was the first game. I'm sure he'll try to cut down on the interceptions, not rack them up just because it's preseason, but I would like to see more touchdowns out of him, and I liked how comfortable he was in the offense. So that's only great news for the Jets and great news for him and great news for the fans. Second guy we're going to be talking about is Kieran Johnson, Auburn, running back for the Lions right now. He had 7 carries for 34 yards, and he had 4 or 5 targets he caught for 36 yards, which is pretty good. Things are looking great for Kieran Johnson. He looks like he has good burst, good hands, hitting the holes, hitting the gut. He had a 57-yard run that was called back, and it was pretty impressive to see him hit that hole and kept his legs moving, trying to get those extra yards. He looked great coming out of the backfield catching balls. I'm pretty sure Matt Stafford's going to love that, dumping them all, check downs, screens, whatever the case may be. He had a pretty good preseason start. He had majority of the snaps. He had 40 snaps, which is, a decent workload for preseason, but I'm pretty sure those reps will be up in the rank. The Lions traded up in the second round to go get them, so he's definitely showing his second round worthy. Now in this offseason, the Lions went ahead and signed LeGarrette Blount, which I don't really understand at the moment. And then if you think about it, they really haven't had a running back that had 1,000 yards in some years now. So that's probably what plays a part in them going out and signing Blount in the offseason, so he could bring in that veteran approach to the backfield. Now with Kieran being good at catching balls at the backfield, and they can have Blount being the battering ram and him being the swifty downhill runner and catching the balls at the backfield, which Blount is very terrible at. So they can have that 1-2 punch combo with Kieran Johnson and LeGarrette Blount. Now Theo Riddick, I'm pretty sure they'll throw him in every now and again. And Amir Abdullah hasn't really showed any great production in the past 2 years. So I'm not too sure what's going on with those two guys, but the future does look bright and promising for Kieran Johnson to take that starting job. So I'm really hoping that Kieran can have a good preseason. He can bang these 4 games out, show that he can take that starting job and run away with it. But it will take him to be consistent in how he played in the first game. From a fantasy standpoint, he's a definite steal, a late round steal. I know I wasn't going to cover any his fantasy value, but just to throw it out there, he will be a late round steal. Being that there's a running back committee going on, I wouldn't reach too much on him, but I do say around the 12th round, he should definitely still be there. So he'll be a great grab. That wraps up episode 3. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys liked the information I gave you. I hope you guys like and subscribe for me. Share my video. Show some love. Drop a comment below on what you think about the video. And I'll see you guys for the next episode, episode 4. Peace.